Hello, everybody. It's Zara back again, and today the question is about how to get rid of a toxic boyfriend. This question was contributed by The Last Touch, and the exact question is, ma'am, how can I get rid of a toxic boyfriend who is threatening me that he is going to humiliate me in front of my parents as he knows they are strict and will get mad at me if they find out about him? All right. So, folks, this is really a very important question. In many cultures, it's considered inappropriate to have a relationship with the opposite sex or same sex prior to marriage. And extramarital relationships are considered to be inappropriate. So, how should people behave in such situations? The world has changed, and what we consider right and wrong has changed. But in some cultures, things have not changed and there's no progress. So, I totally understand the point of view that The Last Touch is coming from. She's afraid that her toxic boyfriend is going to humiliate her and is going to go and tell her parents about her indiscretions. This is a very difficult place to be. And in order for me to explain this to the fullest extent, I am going to draw the emotional scale and explain to you what is going on. First of all, it's important to understand what is going on and how you ended up being in this situation. And then, number two, I'm going to give you strategies and tools that you can use in order to make the situation better for you. And remember, the better it gets, the better it gets. Slowly, one step at a time, things get better and better and better and better and better until you manifest what your heart desires. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. And here we go. So let's start by drawing the emotional scale. If you have met someone who is manipulative, because that's what this person is, they are manipulating you in the sense that it's emotional blackmail. I will go and tell your parents that you have a boyfriend unless you do this, that, and the other. So if you met someone like that, sweetheart, love you very much, where do you think you were on the emotional scale? If this is a 10 and it's the highest point of the emotional scale, this is a 5, it's worry. So above 5 is above the worry line. And over here, let's call this a 0, right? So if you met someone who is manipulating you, you did not meet them from a place high on the emotional scale. Because when you meet people who are high on the emotional scale, they don't manipulate you, and they don't they're not toxic people. If somebody is toxic, then they are in the lower part of the emotional scale, which is over here. And if someone is creating fear inside you, that's how toxic they are, then fear is right down here on the emotional scale. It's very, very low. The point I want to make to you is, my dear, that if you're meeting someone who is low on the emotional scale, that means one thing. And that one thing is that you also are over here at this place on the emotional scale, because like vibration attracts like vibration. So, what's going on is that your vibration is over here and his vibration is also in the same place. You're both vibrating here. That's why you are connected with him. So, in order to get rid of this person, what you need to do is so the red color represents you. You need to find a way to go up the emotional scale. Two things will happen when you go up the emotional scale. One, you are going to leave him behind. So your new vibration, and I'll pick a different color for your new vibration. Um, let's see. No, I don't want that. Let me just pick another color from here. So two things happen when you change your vibration. One is if you're up over here, if you come up over here on the emotional scale, now you have left him behind. He is still over here, low on the emotional scale. So when you come here, you are going to vibrate here. He cannot reach you from where he is. And the second thing that will happen, first thing is he will disappear out of your life. And you don't need to figure out how that will happen. Just because your vibration is different from his vibration, he's going to disappear from your life. Number one. Number two, because you are up here on the emotional scale, you're going to meet someone who is absolutely amazing, who is going to love you and cherish you, and is going to be a positive minded person, who is going to support you, and who your parents are going to accept. The thing about the current person who is in your life is that he he's not going to be acceptable to your parents. And the reason he's not going to be acceptable to your parents is because your parents want someone nice for you. So this person who is over here, he can't come up here. You're going to leave him behind. So the two things that will happen here is you will meet someone new, you will leave this person behind, and number three, your parents will be accepting of the new person who comes into your life over here because they will be a positive person. And when you are in a positive place, this is a positive place, only good things can happen for you. So now the second part of our discussion is how do we get there? Okay, Zara, I understand what I need to do. My work is that I should go up the emotional scale. But how do I do that, Zara? And that's what I want to help you with. So that's the next thing. Here's some of the things that you can do in order to go up the emotional scale. And the very first one is stop being afraid of your parents. Yes. Stop being afraid of your parents. Understand that your parents only want what is good for you. And the second thing is change your beliefs. You don't have to go behind your parents' back to get the things that you want. The things that you want can come to you in ways that you can't even imagine because the universe can surprise and delight you. So the thing is, stop being afraid and living in fear. And when we use lies to cover up what's going on, internally we are living in fear. So, sweetheart, stop being afraid and trust that you will not be found out because the universe is so powerful that if that is your desire and you truly trust the universe's power, that nobody will find out about this relationship, then you will be able to leave this relationship behind without anyone finding out about it. You keeping your integrity intact, keeping your reputation intact, keeping your image intact as far as your parents and everyone else is concerned. Because it's all about vibration and you can trust. Law of attraction is so exact. It never makes a mistake in matching people up. So how can you stop being afraid? Because that is the main thing. You stop being afraid by becoming an appreciator. Appreciate, 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 appreciate with an open heart. Appreciate the trees, appreciate the birds, appreciate your parents, because the more you appreciate your parents, then the more they will be on your side, in the sense that they will be able to see things through your eyes. They will be able to support you. It's because you think that they are controlling you. It's because you think that they don't understand what you want. That's why they don't understand what you want. Because remember, it's law of attraction, and that's how law of attraction works. So appreciate your parents, appreciate nature. As much time as you can spend in appreciation of nature, do that. And now, now, the most difficult part. I know it's going to be difficult. Even I know that appreciating your parents is not going to be easy, but I think you can do that. The hardest part of this is going to be appreciating your current relationship, your current boyfriend. Because just now you are not appreciating him, you are afraid of him. And being afraid of him is just going to bring you more to be afraid of. When you start appreciating him for all the good times that you've had with him, and when you start appreciating him and telling yourself that internally he is also a child of God, he is also source energy in a human body, that he doesn't purposely want to hurt anyone, that he is also low on the emotional scale and doesn't understand law of attraction, that by hurting you, he is actually hurting himself. So when you soothe yourself and make yourself feel better about your current boyfriend and find things that you can appreciate about him, then he will change and he will start showing you a better side of him. And that does not mean that you have to stay with him. You can still leave him. By changing your vibration, you can leave him behind. But by appreciating him, you can control his behavior in the sense towards you. You can control his behavior towards you in the sense that he will never do anything to hurt you if you stop being afraid of him and you start appreciating him. So, sweetheart, I hope that this helps you. The Last Touch, I don't know what your name is, but your YouTube name is The Last Touch. I hope that this helps you, and I hope that you are able to use this information to get out of this situation. And what I want for you in the future is never to be living in fear. Never, never, ever live in fear. Whenever you find yourself feeling afraid, tell yourself, I have nothing to be afraid of. The universe is supporting me. And so, some really good affirmations for you are: things are always working out for me. My future can be better than my past. And all things that I want are absolutely possible, not only possible, but certain, because the universe has my back. So use these 4 affirmations to remind yourself that everything's going to turn out all right. All right, folks, thank you for joining me. Whoever is here, please support my channel by subscribing, clicking on the notification bell, and please, please, please do leave a comment. And if you can comment with your favorite affirmation out of the 4 that I shared with you, I would absolutely love it. Thank you so much again for being here. Bye for now.